Jennie opens up about tour and album work aftermath. My muscles stiffened, body tense. Blackpink's Jennie opened up about the challenging times she has faced. In a video titled Cold Plunging with Jennie on Vogue's official YouTube channel on the 10th, Jennie revealed her personal method of recovery. In the video, Jennie introduced cold plunging as a way to maintain her health. She explained that cold plunging is more than just a habit, but an essential process for both mental and physical recovery. Jennie shared, "I started it to recover from the exhaustion that built up while touring and performing." She continued, "At that time, I didn't know what to do. When my muscles were stiff and my body was tense, cold plunging taught me how to accept that tension." Jennie also mentioned, "Through this, I gained strength to overcome difficulties in my personal life and creative work. When working on an album, it helped me mentally push through. Over the past few months, I was able to refresh both my body and mind through cold plunging every night as I pushed through my work." She emphasized that cold plunging is not just about cold water, it's a challenge that tests and helps overcome one's limits, becoming a reset button in daily life. Jennie believes that through this experience, she has grown stronger and encourages fans to find their own ways to take care of themselves. Previously, Jennie had completed Blackpink's Born Pink World Tour from 2022 to 2023. The tour, which started in Seoul and traveled through North America, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, attracted 2.11 million fans and earned $330 million in revenue. However, the intense touring schedule took a toll on Jennie's health. During a concert in Australia last June, she was unable to finish the performance due to health issues. YG Entertainment later explained, "We apologize to the fans who supported Blackpink and came to the venue. Jennie wanted to continue the performance but, following advice from the medical staff on site, we took immediate action for her to get adequate rest and recovery." Nearby concert tickets. They added, "Jennie conveyed her apology for not being able to perform until the end and her intention to recover quickly." Jennie worked hard to recover and successfully concluded the world tour in September at the Gocheok Sky Dome in Seoul. She has continued to remain active, releasing the single Mantra on the 11th. Introduction. Blackpink's Jennie has been on a whirlwind of global tours, high-profile collaborations, and album releases. As one of the most recognized and influential figures in the world of K-pop, her work ethic and commitment to excellence are evident in every performance and project she takes on. However, in a recent candid interview with Vogue, Jennie opened up about the toll that her intense schedule has taken on her physical and mental health. From the grueling demands of touring to the meticulous work that goes into producing and promoting albums, Jennie described the aftermath of these experiences as overwhelming at times, particularly when it comes to the strain on her body. In the interview, Jennie expressed that the physical demands of performing on stage, coupled with the mental energy required for album production and promotional activities, left her feeling physically exhausted. She described moments where her muscles became stiff, her body tense, and her energy depleted. It is a side of the life of a global superstar that often remains hidden from the public eye, but in this interview, Jennie pulls back the curtain to offer a more realistic picture of what it takes to be at the top of the entertainment industry. The intense demands of touring. The rigorous nature of Blackpink's tour schedule. As a member of Blackpink, Jennie has been part of one of the most successful K-pop groups in history, and their international tours have been nothing short of spectacular. Blackpink's concerts, which draw in millions of fans worldwide, are high-energy performances that require immense stamina, precision, and dedication. For Jennie, as with her bandmates, the pressure to maintain peak physical condition during a tour is paramount. Blackpink's recent Born Pink World Tour was one of the group's most ambitious undertakings, involving performances across multiple continents, including North America, Europe, and Asia. With the fast-paced nature of these tours, rehearsals often span many hours, and the setlists are packed with complex choreography and high-impact routines. As a result, Jennie found herself pushing her body to the limit, sometimes performing several shows back-to-back, with little time for rest and recovery. In her interview with Vogue, Jennie shared how demanding the schedule was, noting how each performance took a toll on her body. "When you're performing every night, it's like a non-stop cycle," she said. "The adrenaline of being on stage keeps you going, but afterwards, your muscles just tighten up, your body feels stiff, and you're mentally drained." Touring involves not just performing but also constant travel, which can disrupt sleep schedules, make it harder to maintain a healthy diet, and add extra stress. Jennie revealed how the back-to-back shows sometimes left her feeling physically out of sync, with her muscles stiffening and her body becoming tense after each performance. After some shows, I would wake up the next morning and feel like I couldn't move. It wasn't just the dancing, it was the travel, the pressure to be perfect every night, and just the sheer exhaustion, she admitted. Despite the physical toll, Jennie is quick to mention that the reward of connecting with fans on such a massive scale makes the challenges worth it. However, the demands of touring have certainly made her rethink how she approaches self-care during such intense periods. The impact on mental and emotional health. The mental and emotional toll of touring is often overlooked, but for an artist like Jennie, the emotional exhaustion can be just as intense as the physical strain. As a public figure, Jennie is constantly in the spotlight, and the pressure to perform at a high level while keeping up appearances can create a mental burden. In her Vogue interview, Jennie opened up about moments of doubt and exhaustion that often follow a series of shows or intense periods of promotion. It's not just about physical exhaustion. It's emotional too. You have to be constantly on for your fans, and sometimes, it feels like there's no time for yourself, she explained. I remember after one of our tours, I just wanted to sit in silence, away from everything, because it was so overwhelming. She mentioned that after the conclusion of major tours, she often finds herself feeling mentally drained, with little energy to process the emotional highs and lows that come with the experience. You go from this intense rush of adrenaline during the shows to an abrupt quiet, and it's hard to adjust. Your mind just wants a break, but the work keeps going. It's a real challenge. Album production. Behind the scenes of creativity. The pressure of album releases. In addition to the physical and mental strain from touring, Jennie's workload is further amplified by the demands of album production. As one of the main vocalists and a key member of the songwriting process in Blackpink, Jennie plays a pivotal role in the creative process. The pressure to deliver fresh, innovative music that resonates with fans while staying true to the group's established sound can be immense. In a 2023 interview with Billboard, Jennie revealed that the process of producing a Blackpink album often requires a delicate balance of creativity and practicality. We spend months working on the album, making sure everything is perfect, and then there's the pressure of the expectations that come with it, she explained. Once it's out, we have to keep promoting, performing, and creating content. It doesn't stop when the album is released, it's just the beginning of another phase of work. The behind-the-scenes process of creating an album involves long hours in the studio, writing lyrics, recording vocals, and rehearsing for music videos and live performances. Jennie spoke candidly about the fatigue that sets in during this process. When you're in the studio for hours on end, it feels like your body is on autopilot. You're pushing yourself to be creative, but sometimes, I feel physically drained just from the mental focus it requires. She also discussed the impact that the pressure of album releases has on her emotional state. The anticipation of fans, media scrutiny, and the group's reputation all weigh heavily on her, and managing these pressures while juggling the physical demands of the tour can be overwhelming. When you're preparing for a comeback and releasing an album, there's always this feeling of, is it enough? Will the fans like it? Did we do our best? It's a lot of pressure. Despite the difficulties, Jennie expressed that the joy of creating and releasing music ultimately outweighs the exhaustion. At the end of the day, it's all worth it when you see fans enjoying the music. That's what keeps us going, she shared. Coping with the aftermath. Jennie's self-care routine. Physical recovery and healing. After the physically demanding experiences of touring and album production, Jennie emphasized the importance of recovery and self-care. Her body, after all, is her instrument, and taking care of it is essential for both her career and overall well-being. Jennie revealed that in recent years, she has developed a more structured approach to managing her physical health post-tour. After each tour, I always make sure to give myself time to rest. I've learned that taking a step back and giving my body the space to recover is crucial, she said. Part of her recovery includes regular visits to a physical therapist, where she receives treatment for muscle tension and stiffness. Jennie also practices yoga and stretching routines to help with flexibility and muscle relaxation, which she finds helps alleviate the stiffness she experiences after long shows. In addition to physical therapy and stretching, Jennie has also turned to other methods of relaxation, including cold plunging or ice baths, which has become popular among celebrities and athletes alike. The cold exposure helps to reduce inflammation and speed up recovery, particularly after intense physical activity. She also makes sure to stay hydrated and eat a balanced diet, focusing on recovery foods that support muscle regeneration. Jennie noted that mental recovery is just as important as physical recovery. In her downtime, she enjoys quiet activities such as reading, watching movies, and spending time with loved ones. It's important to find moments where you can just disconnect and reset, she said. Sometimes, the best thing you can do for yourself is to take a break and focus on being present in the moment. Mental health and boundaries. In terms of mental health, Jennie has emphasized the importance of setting boundaries. With constant media attention and the pressures of being in the public eye, she admitted that there were times when she had to take a step back to protect her mental well-being. "I've learned to say no to certain things and not feel guilty about it," she said. "There was a time when I would push myself to do everything, but now, I've come to realize that taking care of my mental health is just as important as my physical health." Jennie also shared that she has found therapy and counseling to be valuable tools in managing the stress and emotional challenges of being a global superstar. "Talking to someone and processing my feelings has helped me cope with the intense moments of pressure. It's important to have a support system," she explained. The importance of self-compassion and balance. In her Vogue interview, Jennie concluded by talking about the importance of self-compassion and balance in her life. While she continues to strive for excellence in her music career, she acknowledged that it is equally important to take care of herself physically, mentally, and emotionally.